I'm pushing the button.
Are we working? Things happening. The launch has been.
Let's go.
Launch button has been pushed. The launch sequence has started. We're up and rolling here at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Everybody, good morning. Glad to have you. We're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals, of course. You all know that by now. I would hope so. Every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, my friends. For the West Coasters, suck it up. Get in here. Suck it up.
Coming in hot.
Come on. You know, East Coasters, wah wah. You guys got it easy. So easy. Well, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I know I am. I had a busy day yesterday. A lot of running around to do, but doing well today. I am on vacation next week. I'm looking forward to that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's my sound effect.
Yeah, thank you. It was a
Oh
good one.
gosh, are we going to have music coming in next week? I don't know.
Well, when
I was
Steve's
going to say
here-
that. No music.
When Steve's here, there will be. He's partially trained on it all. You know, he'll do an adequate job. You know, but yeah, but otherwise,
Way to have
no.
confidence in him, Frank.
Yeah, really. Way to sell it there, Frank. That was great, buddy.
No, he'll do fine. He'll do just fine. But
I'm going to bring a trumpet.
there you
Oh
go.
boy.
That'd be
gonna
great.
sing.
You should do that no matter what. One of these days. Yeah, and that was the trombone.
Yes.
motion,
That
not
shows
trumpet.
how.
Just so you know. Yesterday was a good day. I liked
Yeah.
yesterday, but we, hashing out that question. I'm just wondering if anybody, was able to glean anything from that and run with it in any way, shape, or form. Kind of looking for some wins too before we get started. You good, Chris? Just maybe 5-6 minutes
yeah.
of just
Yeah, absolutely.
kind of
and I see a
roaming
couple of new
around.
faces in the group too.
Yeah, pick one.
Michael Plata. Maybe early on the camera because I recognize the name. But
Yeah.
Michael, you've been here before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
for sure.
I've been here for a couple of years.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. See, that's
Yeah.
my good long-term memory skills there.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, brother.
What's going on, Michael? How you doing?
Doing very well.
I can't
Life
remember
is
where
good.
you're located. Where are you at?
In New York.
New York?
Yeah,
Ah,
New York.
It's
Dr.
that.
Car. Yeah. Yeah, the coffee. hmm
Coffee, the water.
Yeah, the water. Yeah, I'm born in New York, just so you know. I got a bunch of family that's New Yorkers, so very, very used to the accent, that kind of thing. I can understand it, But how's biz, man, for you? What's going on
It's
out
going
there in
well.
New York? Yeah?
Yeah, doing very well. Yeah.
You guys have a complicated lending environment, don't you?
Yeah, it's an
There's
attorney
weird
state.
stuff that goes on in New York.
Yeah, attorney state contracts, closing dates are on or about. It's a lot of moving parts.
On or about.
Yeah,
I kind of like that.
yeah,
I mean, you
Well,
know, to think about it, contract date is on or about.
yeah.
Yeah. And don't you guys got some kind of rule where it's like, I forget what it is, like anybody can bail out of any contract at any time for no reason whatsoever or something like that?
Yeah, it could happen at times. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What part of New York are you from? Are you
Manhattan. I'm in the Manhattan area, but I do a lot of business in Westchester and the Bronx.
Manhattan? You live in
Yeah.
Manhattan?
And yeah, I live in Manhattan and the Upper East Side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kristen, you been to Manhattan?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, heck no.
You've never been to Manhattan?
I've not. I mean, I've been to New York City, but not. No, I don't think I've ever been to Manhattan.
Manhattan is crazy.
But
awesome.
I imagine, I have this visual image of Manhattan. It's like I almost need to see out Michael's window. I feel like Manhattan's just you've arrived. You've arrived in New York when you're in Manhattan, right?
There's a lot going on. Yes, it's vibrant, a lot of action.
There is.
So there's a lot. So with the holidays coming up, and you know how I am, I have a whole list of New York activities that my 16-year-old and I are going to go do.
Oh,
Really?
Oh yeah, Rockefeller Center.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
You've got the big tree. We need to go ice skating, and we need to do all the things. There's a lot.
Wow.
New York has a big holiday thing that they put on. So
Oh, yeah.
They're very festive.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I was there once. Me and Brian Stevens were there.
Oh,
It was
wow.
my first time going to Manhattan and his, right? We went from the airport, took the subway, and popped up in, what is that, Central Park,
Mhm.
Michael, right?
Yeah.
popped up out of the subway, with backpacks and dragging a suitcase, you know what I mean? And we were just stupefied by it. Just immediately was like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? So the funny part of the story is we wanted to go to the financial district. So we go down there, the stock market and all that kind of stuff is, and the bowl and all that stuff. It was lunchtime. And in New York down there, they got these, they just roll up these giant roll up doors, and it's a pizzeria or it's a food thing, and it's walk in. You just kind of walk in and get your food. And we're hungry. We're down there, this roll up Italian pizza place, right? And there's there's a line of people trying to get these slice of pizza. So we get up to the front it's my turn. I'm at the counter, and there's a lot of choices, man. You know what I mean?
I know where this is.
There's a lot of variety in the case, So I'm like, I'm looking. The guy gave me all of about 3.5 seconds, right? And he goes right above me, you, what do you have? You, what do you have? And everybody's ordering over the top of my head. You know what I mean? I'm like, I just panicked, I'm like, cheese, I'll just take a cheese, And he goes, I got you. But it was just so funny. You guys have no patience, Michael.
We moved very fast. We
very fast.
Yeah.
They were.
It's like that Seinfeld episode with the soup Nazi.
Yeah, right. It was like that. It was like go. I couldn't take 1 second just to decide what I wanted. I was like, oh, okay, you.
It's the same thing in Philly with a lot of the cheesesteak places. You got to have it together. You got to know what you want the minute you get cheese with, Frank, and you move on.
Yeah.
Frank, I've got a small world New York story. Michael, you like this. I'm in New York. I grew up in Ohio, right? My roommate's getting married. This is long before I got married. And I take a date to my roommate's wedding. He lived out in Long Island, out in Huntington. So we go into the city and we're looking around the city, and millions and millions of people get on the subway. And at the time, the World Trade Towers were still there. We were going from down Times Square out to the towers. And a girl gets on the subway, sits down across from me and goes, aren't you Kevin Gillespie? I swear to God. She had gone on she went out with my friend, and I went out with her girlfriend. So we had a double date.
What a trip.
Wow.
There's only 85 million people out there, and you run into the one on the subway. Aren't you Kevin Gillespie? That's hilarious. All right. Well, hey, let's get started, man, with Mr. Chris Johnstone. I'm looking forward to today, Chris. This is one of the things about AI that I don't quite fully get, because I've made that clear here. So I can't wait to try and learn more.
Cool. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. So pop quiz. Who had a BlackBerry? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah.
Who loved the keyboard? Who absolutely loved?
There was a lot of people who loved the keyboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Little bit of research. In and around 50% market share at their peak of smartphones. They had it locked. And then we all know the end of the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
iPhone comes out. They don't adapt fast enough. They think the keyboard's going to stick. But what really happened, in my humble opinion, is App Store came out. And the App Store was genius on behalf of Apple, because if you wanted to play Candy Crush, or if you wanted to access the latest, the greatest, the newest third-party app, where do you have to go? Like today, when you want Sora and you want to use the latest, greatest AI, where do you go? You go to the App Store, right? So the reason why this is important is because through these Friday classes, we're on AI 102. So last week was AI 101, today is 102. We're going through a journey of taking everybody from being a very beginner with artificial intelligence all the way to really being an AI-powered loan officer, hopefully over a 12-week period of time. And part of that is a really big mindset shift. And I thought BlackBerry would be telling, because everybody had experience with it. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen with Kodak cameras. We've seen it with Blockbuster Video. Did you know, Frank, that Blockbuster Video had the opportunity to buy Netflix?
No.
$50 million.
You're kidding.
Yeah. They decided, nah, streaming, probably not going to be a big thing, probably not going to be a deal, right?
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
Well, we're living through that technology shift again. And artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and blockchain and crypto are totally going to transform our world. So it's possible that the massive companies that we see today, let's take Amazon, for example, right? They have huge disruption risk because the market is moving, right? If people stop buying BlackBerry phones and they start buying iPhones, that's a problem for BlackBerry. Well, if people stop doing Google searches and finding Amazon links, and they start using AI assistants to ask those questions, and AI assistants don't recommend Amazon products, is that a massive risk for Amazon? Mm-hmm. I believe so. I truly feel that there's now a better option for the consumer. And we all know in the technology game, if you can create something that's cheaper, free, right? Faster, more convenient, easier, it wins, right? And you can deploy it at scale. Well, how many of you have used ChatGPT since being on these trainings or just going on your own, going to an AI, doing a search, and having a search produce a result for you and then compared it to a Google search? Let me know in the chat. Just put a yes in the chat if you've gone through that experience. Our consumers, like, just lighten it up, Frank, in the chat. Mm-hmm. Once our consumers have that BlackBerry moment of like, oh, wow, this is a lot easier. This is amazing. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to use this. The market shifts. It's our responsibilities as professionals to meet our market where they are. And so what we're going to talk about today in AI 102 is the fact that ChatGPT has released an app store, and they have just given us the ability to connect your favorite apps right inside ChatGPT. I'm going to show you how this works, and I'm going to give you a prompt, two prompts this morning that you can go play with and enjoy. But the big idea here is that when the market moves, we have to move to meet the market. And ChatGPT is playing the exact same playbook that the iPhone did to disrupt BlackBerry. They're taking all of the apps that you use every day and making them available right inside ChatGPT. So you don't have to leave ChatGPT. You can just open up your phone, hit the ChatGPT app, talk to your AI assistant, and your AI assistant can use your apps for you and get you what you want. So do you see how ChatGPT then becomes the place where everybody goes? When you need anything, you don't go to all the individual apps or all the individual websites or all the individual things. You use it for search, you use it for products, you use it for music, you use it for entertainment, you use it for everything. So ChatGPT becomes the place where everybody goes. And there's this massive race in the AI world to get market share, because the AI that can train enough people to go to it first is the one that has all of the new traffic. Frank, everybody with me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Mm-hmm. So Mark says, what about the ChatGPT partnership with Zillow? Okay, so great question, Mark. So ChatGPT just did their big, most recent announcement, and they used Zillow as the keynote presentation example of how this is going to be helpful. Which, spin that around, what's the largest industry that ChatGPT thinks that they might be able to disrupt with this technology? It's real estate. Super important point to make, not mortgage. real estate, right? Everybody wants a house. Nobody wants a mortgage. Everybody goes and searches for the real estate first. That's why our real estate referral relationships are so important. Well, I believe that ChatGPT should be seen as a new referral partner. We have our past customer database, we have our qualified agents, and now we have ChatGPT agents. All of them can refer us business. And with the amount of leads that our clients are getting from recommendations from ChatGPT, so people using ChatGPT, getting a recommendation to a mortgage lender, and then actually submitting an application directly from ChatGPT or calling that mortgage lender, those leads are closing at very close to the same ratio as a referral from a past client or from a real estate referral partner. People have so much trust in this technology that they're willing to take artificial intelligence's recommendation on who to do business with and go and do business with them without doing a whole lot of extra research. I believe this is a third referral partner pathway for you. So when we look at the partnership with Zillow, what's going to happen is people are going to get accustomed to going to ChatGPT and using it to play their music, to look at pictures, to schedule their calendar appointments, to help them write their emails, to do all of the things. So naturally, when they decide to buy a house or research a fix and flip or put together renderings on the renovation that they're going to do for the refinance that they're going to need in the future, when people start the real estate journey, they're going to start it inside ChatGPT. Zillow is a great example. Hey, we're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in this location near this or in this school district with these features. ChatGPT turns on, does deep research, reads all of the listings, and gives back a list of all of those listings. Then it sets a task, and every time a new listing hits the market, it goes out once a week, does the search, and brings back the new listings. That is actively, you can set that up inside ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can do that for you. The amazing thing about that experience is that when you dive into a property and you really get into it, ChatGPT will actually prompt you and say, hey, it looks like you're really interested in this listing. Would you like to talk to a local lender that's reputable? And they'll say, yes. And then ChatGPT will give a list of mortgage lenders and make a referral, right? So understanding that our clients are changing the way that they behave and the way that they behave online and meeting our customers where they are. So today I'm going to teach you how to use this new ChatGPT feature and you're going to benefit in 2 ways. One, you're going to learn how to use it, but 2, you're going to understand how your consumers are shifting and where to meet them. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, let's see this.
Okay. So what I've done is I've put together this document that goes along with our classes. So it's called the AI 101 course with Chris Johnstone. And last week's lesson is at the top and it's module 1. So up here at the top, I gave you the prompt to train your ChatGPT on who you are. And as you use it to create content, do your research and everything, it builds your brand with ChatGPT so ChatGPT can recommend you in the future. So it's like, take this prompt, put it into your ChatGPT settings. Every time you use ChatGPT, you're building authority with the AI. So we went through how to do your settings inside ChatGPT in 101. If you weren't here, it's worth going back, go to the Mortgage Marketing Animals YouTube channel or go to the podcast, listen to the episode, and I've included everything there in module 1. When you get the document this week, there's a new section added to the bottom of it called module 2, how to connect apps inside ChatGPT. And it's a step-by-step with all the screenshots of how to go through and connect your apps inside ChatGPT. So when you go to ChatGPT, you go to your settings down here in the bottom left-hand corner, you click settings, and there's this new menu that says apps and connections. And when you scroll down here, you've got booking.com. So Frank, Kristen, you're going to New York City, right? You're going to New York for the holidays, right?
Absolutely.
You've probably got an itinerary laid out.
Mm-hmm.
Take the itinerary, punch it into ChatGPT, and say, what am I missing? What are other things that me and my kids who like these activities should do in New York? Put it into deep research, and then say, find me available hotels for these dates in New York. And if you have your ChatGPT account connected to your booking.com account, it can find and book hotel reservations for you. Based
Hey,
on
can I interrupt you real quick, Chris?
Of course.
We've got multiple screens. We have a Peter Maestro's screen at the top, and then Chris Johnstone's screen at the top. I'm not sure what's going on up there.
Oh, well, cool.
Who's Peter?
Good to see you, brother. Please stop sharing your screen.
Yeah, or can we do that? For some reason I can't click it off. So maybe Jen, you could get rid of that or whatever.
Cool. Everybody's very open on Fridays. It's like, hey, want to see my screen? Anyways, it's
right.
a funny day on Breakfast Club. We get that all taken care of?
Yeah.
I think so. It's trying to bring up your screen. I don't see it yet, but I think it's working on it.
I see your screen.
Okay, good.
Cool. If anybody can't see my screen, hover over the Zoom box or click on the Zoom box, and then up at the top, there'll be a little drop-down menu or a little tab there. And it'll say Chris Johnstone's screen sharing or something along those lines. Just click on that. You'll be able to see my screen. So we've got settings, apps, and connectors. We've got booking.com. So you can use it to plan your travel. This thing can book hotel tickets for you, or hotel reservations for you. But look at all these other ones that it has, Frank. We've got Gmail, Google Drive, Box. We've got Slack. All these apps, you can now connect these apps to your ChatGPT account and access the apps through a prompt inside ChatGPT. This is the beginning of ChatGPT being the App Store and being the one app that everybody goes to. So what I've done here is I've connected my Spotify account, right? So I just go into my ChatGPT, I click this little plus button on the left-hand side, I click on more, and you can now see that Spotify is in this menu. So I can click on Spotify, and now ChatGPT knows to access my Spotify account. So build me a playlist of Joel Osteen talking about motivation. So now what happens is ChatGPT connects to my Spotify account, goes out, does the research, finds all of the Joel Osteen podcasts and sermons that talk about motivation, and it's built me a custom playlist for exactly what I'm looking for. Like, hey, find me that Joe Rogan episode where he talks about the benefits of intermittent fasting. Voila, right? And away you go. So it's couldn't find a match this time. So I shouldn't say talking about, but podcast episodes about motivation. Change the prompt a little bit, get the result. The point is, inside Spotify, I can build playlists. I can search for things. If I've got a topic that I want to learn about, I can find podcasts specifically about that. Or if I'm showing up for Call Stars and I want a lo-fi playlist in the background while I make my calls on Call Stars, I can just go into my ChatGPT and voila, the playlist shows up right inside of ChatGPT. Frank, make sense?
Yeah, it's making more sense now to me. Because remember, I was struggling with why go to GPT when I just go straight to my email. But now I'm seeing it with Spotify that you just demoed there. Well, if I was going to try and do that in Spotify, I would have had to go through the effort of getting into Spotify and figuring out how to do all that stuff. In this case, I just tell it what I want. It does it for me.
Yep.
So now I would have that playlist saved in my Spotify account, I'm assuming, right?
That's right.
So now I don't have to, yeah. So I get it. People are asking about email too. So, a real practical way to do that, I'm curious about as well.
Yeah. Okay. So the email part is crazy because have you ever had an email from somebody and you forget, but you remember the topic or you remember roughly the date? It can go search all of your emails. So you can ask it for a topic. You can like, hey, bring me up the last email that I had with Frank Garay. And the email pops up right inside ChatGPT. So right now it's read only. So it can bring you information from your email, but it can't actually send emails or interact with your email. But it's incredibly powerful for searching for that information. Now, the other thing that I've got in this document for everybody to play around with is a prompt for your calendar, because I'm assuming people are going to be a little bit weird about connecting their email to ChatGPT. So I figured let's give like a lesser access, right? Which you can disconnect at any time. So I've got my calendar in here. So the prompt that I've given you is turn the following meeting notes into a list of actionable calendar reminders. And you just take this prompt that I've put in here, right? You can go back, start a new chat, and then see this little dictate button on the left hand or on the right hand side, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you using AI, this is just another helpful tip. When you're on desktop, just hit the dictate button. Hey, I just got off a call with Mike, the realtor. He's one of my qualified agents list. He's in my Thor's Hammer list. This is week 7. I finally got a hold of him. We had a great conversation. I need you to set a calendar reminder for me for every Monday morning at 10:15 a.m. to call Mike. And in the notes section of the calendar reminder, I need you to put in there that his kids' names are Bob and Susie, and he really likes fishing. So now I hit the plus and I've got all my meeting notes. So I don't have to sit there for like 10 minutes typing out, getting the whole thing going. And then I paste that prompt. I hit the go button. And what ChatGPT does in the background is it takes all of this form. Thorax hammer list. I should have spell checked that. Sorry, I get nervous when I'm live on these calls, but we all know it's the Thor's hammer list. And so what ChatGPT does in the background is it goes out and it's going to spit out a link for me. And when I click that link, it opens up my Google Calendar and puts it right into my Google Calendar. Sets that for every morning. And voila. So right here, all I do is I click that link, I open it, it opens up my calendar, and I now have an appointment on my Google Calendar straight from AI. Hit save, and now I have a recurring calendar invite that will remind me every Monday when I'm making my calls to call that realtor, and I've got my notes on the follow-up. So just another way to use apps that are connected to ChatGPT in order to do that. Frank, does that make sense?
It does. I can see that too. Once it gets to once the voice interface becomes even simpler, right? Like once we can just there's some like maybe our phones just are always listening to us. Maybe all I have to do is say, "Hey, ChatGPT," and then do this, do that, do that. Then it becomes really simple to have this act as a full blown assistant. You know?
And
but,
so today on Build It with Chris, we're going to show deep research mode. This is going to get us through AI 102. So all deep research mode is you go into ChatGPT, you click the plus button, and there's this menu that says deep research. So this will not give you an instant response back on chat. What it does is it puts agents at work for you. So the AI will figure out what you want, and then it will go out and really search the internet, go to resources, find resources, search websites, and bring you back what you want. So sometimes it takes 2 minutes, sometimes it takes 10 minutes, but you put it into deep research mode. For those of you that have this document, and you can just put what do we put in the chat there, Frank? With slides, right?
Slides. If you put slides in the chat, well, it'll get emailed. Everything we talked about that Chris wants you to have will get sent to you. Slides. Yeah. So just type that in there you go.
And it won't come instantly. You're not going to get it until this afternoon. But if you
Right.
put slides in the chat, we'll send you the link to get this AI course. And you're going to get last week's class and this week's class. Well, in there, I have this prompt. And we don't have time to go through it all because I want to be respectful of everybody's time. But this prompt says, go out in my market and find the 20 most active real estate agents with the largest social followings in a local marketplace and verify contact info. And then we have the objective, we have the market, and this is a like copy and paste from the document, put it in, put your marketplace in here. ChatGPT goes into deep research mode, right? It's a long prompt. But again, all you got to do is put your city name up at the top. It takes care of everything. It confirms with me a couple of things. I put yes, focus on Facebook and Instagram, and no, I don't want to skip anybody. And then it spits me out a sheet with all of the data on all of the top social media influencers that are real estate agents in my local market. And deep research has gone out and shown me their Instagram handle, their Facebook information, their LinkedIn, all the information. And now I can check this, and this is super important. I'm going to check this against my qualified agent data. So these agents might be super popular on social media, but not closing deals, right? Because that happens. That's a thing, right? So I'm going to check this against my qualified agent list. And then I've now got a way to communicate with these people that they're going to be open to because they're on social media all of the time. So I can follow them, interact with their content, and then send them a direct message. And it's another way to get an appointment. So that prompt is in there as well. And that's what we're going through on Build It with Chris today. My man.
Awesome. Chad, what do you got?
Quick question. So when you say that we can look, compare this to your top agents, can we like upload a spreadsheet? Like if I've downloaded like the top 1,000 agents, right, in my area, can we just reference that? Or I'm assuming we can't connect it to the CRM or to that. I can't remember the name of the agent thing that's in there.
My personal perspective on this, and it may differ, and Kristen and Jen and Frank, I would love for you to weigh in on this because y'all are a lot, I respect your opinion that comes from this, but I believe what we're doing here is we're building relationships that can change your career and change your income for life. I've seen some very successful people in the mortgage industry with like 30, 40 referral relationships. They build an entire career around those relationships. So I wouldn't look at this strategy of like identifying the true partners that you want in your marketplace as a mass strategy. Like I wouldn't take a high-tech approach to this. I would individually research each of them, go to their Instagram profiles, look at their content, get to know them through what they're doing on social. Because if you land 1 out of 20, that's a game changer. You can stack 12, 24, sometimes 36 deals a year from one of these relationships. So I would take it as we use AI to shave hours, days, weeks, maybe even months off of the research time that it would take to get the list. And then where we as humans really add the value to it is going, looking, identifying what that person's core values are, determining whether that's somebody we want to work with or not. And if it is, then we reach out and build a relationship with them. That's how I would look at it. So not a mass strategy, but how do I build a relationship here?
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com.
Jen, Kristen? Yeah?
I agree for sure.
Yeah. I think, Chris, in the AI-driven world that we're in, and maybe this might just be my small opinion, but authenticity is a huge competitive advantage.
Oh, yes. More so than ever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's really well said. And I think as we get into these AI tools, being aware of that and really leaning in on, hey, I've got all the data. I'm better prepared than everybody else in the marketplace, but I show up on CallStars and I take that extra 2 or 3 minutes to send that personalized message or to make that phone call and drop that voicemail that's different from what everybody else is sending, because I took 2 minutes to look at the Instagram, looked at the LinkedIn, looked at the Facebook, hit connect while I was on those networks. But like, oh, hey, Frank just had a grandbaby. Of course, on the voicemail, I'm going to call and be like, hey, it's Chris Johnstone. I know we don't know each other, but I know you just had a grandbaby. Congratulations. I'm in the mortgage business. I would love to connect to you. Hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you next week. Obviously, Jen and Kristen, there's much better scripts than that inside the membership at Mortgage Marketing Animals. But having that personal touch to it, all of a sudden, you're not just somebody doing cold outreach. You actually know who they are and you care enough, and that will get responses. And so it's taking the technology to shave the time and then putting your personal connection to it. So I couldn't agree with you more, Kristen. Frank, is it okay if we take a question and then we'll roll out?
Yeah, sure. We got Ryan. He's got his hand up.
Hey, Chris, I'd appreciate, I've not heard really anyone speak of this, but if we go where the puck is going, like we know how this story ends with them acquiring apps and ChatGPT. Now, once they win the subscribership and everyone's done all the work to like win organic positioning within the, algorithm recommendation funnel, if you will, like, isn't this going to go where OpenAI just rolls out ads and now anyone who didn't do the work is going to be cutting in line by just big bank takes little bank type thing?
So phenomenal question. And so, I've been decades or more than a decade. I think I'm 16 years in on Google Ads, which we don't recommend currently in the mortgage industry, because there is a totally different user experience between a recommendation from Google in the map pack and the 3-pack and an ad. Ads have to be identified as advertisements, and there's just a totally different consumer experience that goes through that channel. Earned organic referrals, I believe, will always be the highest converting consumer direct opportunity that we've got. Will ads be an opportunity on ChatGPT early for the first little bit? Most likely. Don't worry, when they come out, I'll let you know and we'll have something for you there. But I don't think that should be the focus. I think we should always be the expert and earn that organic traffic. And I'll add, Ryan, if it's okay, I'll add one more thing to that. Carl and I just recorded a podcast. I think it's coming out on Saturday. And he asked me, like, okay, if you're going to rank inside ChatGPT and get these customers, how fast are you going to get results from that? Like, how soon can I expect a result once ChatGPT starts recommending me, or how long does it take? And my response surprised me, which is interesting. But I said, like, us doing the research and getting ChatGPT to make our content, and we put it on our blogs, and then we send it out to our past customer database, and we send the research out to our qualified agents. We're using it to build relationships, make the calls, and make the connections. So the results are really kind of instant. Because if you go from not communicating with your qualified agent list with a weekly newsletter, and then you start doing a weekly newsletter to all of the qualified agents in your marketplace, and you're teaching AI that you're the expert in mortgages because it's creating the content, you're telling it where it's made mistakes and teaching it about the mortgage industry, like, why not? Like, why wouldn't you use the tool to get a Friday update of what's happening in the local real estate market? Tell ChatGPT, okay, create me email content. Okay, don't say it like that. Say it like this. It's got to sound like this. Take out the M dashes. Okay, make this content authentic to me. This is how I write my emails. Put something together that's actually from you. AI assisted, but as you would send it, but it takes you 10 minutes instead of 4 hours. So you can actually get a newsletter out to your qualified agents. Like, why not? Being an AI-powered loan officer opens up that opportunity for you. And the results from that, I believe, are very, very fast. So Ryan, earning organically is almost just a benefit of doing the fundamentals assisted by artificial intelligence. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and just so you think that the disclosure of this is an ad is still gonna like be upheld when they're saying who should I and like ChatGPT is gonna say, well, I'm being paid to say this, but call Chris Johnstone, because like they don't disclose the algorithm necessarily to the user of how they arrive organically. Well, because this Chris Johnstone has 55 reviews and he's got this and that, we're recommending that. So you think they will disclose that this is an ad called Chris Johnstone? Like it'll always be ethical in that way, and not just, oh, Chris Johnstone's the best because he's paying us, $5,000 a month. It'll never be like that.
No, and I don't quote me on this because I don't know this to be true, but I believe that the advertisements have to be disclosed and like in a separate section where like people understand that they are advertisements. It has to be shown as a paid placement.
Awesome. No, yeah, it's just interesting to conjecture around what that's going to look like.
It is. That was a good question.
Yeah, that was a really good question.
Well, one more, and I got to get rolling. Jim, go.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Chris, great stuff. One quick question on the apps. Can you add something like Microsoft Excel into ChatGPT if I've got a worksheet I wanted to do some calculations for?
So not currently, but through Google Sheets, you could.
Okay.
Yeah. And we can talk about that on Build It with Chris if you'd like. We can poke around
I
with
will
that.
be there. Thank you.
All right, my man.
I have used ChatGPT a lot to help me with spreadsheet formulas.
Yeah.
Like what I wanted to do is take this and only if that says that, and then do this calculation. But if it says that, go here. And then it's just like, here you go. Like, thank you. Plop it in there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Everybody had fun?
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. Totally awesome, man. Great stuff. Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of people that put slides in there, so the team's going to be busy getting that out. So we'll make sure to jump in the back end on our end to make sure that gets done quickly.
Hey, Frank, can I throw one last thing in there?
Please do.
So don't forget, Carl's got a masterclass coming up on Wednesday, November 5th at noon Eastern time.
Nice.
If you guys want to get registered for that, it's going to be awesome.
What's the link, Jen?
It's carlmasterclass.com.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet.
We should get it to be a little close, a little more descriptive. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We love those speakable links.
Carl's got a masterclass. Go to carlmasterclass.com. Pretty easy. Love it. All right. Good stuff, man. Love it. Love it. Hey, I will see you guys in a little over a week. I hope you have a great week. I'm down in Oceanside. If anybody wants to hang out, I'll put it on the Facebook group where I might be on a Thursday morning or something like that. You guys have a good one. Chris Johnstone, as always, thank you, man. You always bring it big time. Jen, Kristen, everybody else. Catch you guys later. We'll see you in a week. But Breakfast Club's still here Monday. Be here. Yeah, it goes on next week. Goes on without me, believe it or not. Just nowhere near as cool, of course. All right, we'll see you guys. Adios.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Frank, we hope you enjoy your week. We'll try to be adequate. We will try to be adequate.
Wonderful. Good enough.